Hey everybody, well, this is a late episode of Cult Fiction because we we all had to go see Spider-Man Brand New Day independently and there were some scheduling conflicts. But we're that's what we're going to be talking about today. Very exciting. We also have Eric has the headlines for us from D23. Some of the stuff in there I haven't even heard yet. I know Alex and Joe probably are going to be hearing it for the first time. And then we've got a brand new game that we're going to try with Joe, and he will explain that when we get to it. So
Like
that's
I like the Thunderdome. Don't get me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah,
I like
yeah.
the
But so
Thunderdome. I
we're
just
not going to
wanted to
do
throw this one
Thunderdomes
out there.
today. We're going to try this new thing. We'll see. We'll see what we like more. But of course, as always, we have to do our
Lots of
trivia
collective creative muscles.
because after all, this is a podcast by grown ass nerds talking about what they love, right? And if you
Right.
love what we love, you might also be a grown ass nerd. So we are going to do a movie today. I'm going to do it. And clue number one: I know a guy. I know a guy.
Like that.
So go ahead and text me or DM me on Discord. It's fine either way, whatever's easier for you. Oh, somebody just texted me.
Don't know what to
Da-da-da.
do.
Let me see.
It's entirely possible.
That's a great guess. Those are both great guesses, but they're both incorrect.
Well, fuck you then.
So, so let's get straight to it. We're going to talk about Spider-Man Brand New Day. I have not really, because we all saw this movie independently. I don't think we've really talked too much about it amongst ourselves. So this is going to be kind of a fresh conversation. No, that is incorrect. Also, that was your second guess. Do you get more than one guess? I don't know.
I don't know what the
So
rules
Is
are
there a
anymore.
limit to the amount of guesses
I
you
don't
get
know.
per clue?
We don't play by the rules.
We don't have
That
we don't have
would never happen ever.
we don't have rules. So so who wants to go first? Raise your hand.
I mean, I'll go first. That's fine.
Go.
Okay.
We went and saw it opening weekend. We saw it on Saturday of opening weekend. I gotta say it was kind of refreshing and also kind of unnerving to see how many freaking people were at the theater because it hasn't been that packed, and I can't even remember how long. I
And
mean,
there's so many shows. It's like there's like 20 shows a day at the theater,
yeah,
and they're
Yeah.
all like
they were
filled
adding
up.
shows in. They were canceling other shows and adding shows in for Brand New Day. It was crazy. They were and like in Riverbank, like we're in the middle of the Central Valley, California. Riverbank's a small town, and there were people cosplaying for this movie.
Right,
So the
right.
hype was real, man. It was very, very real. It I didn't see the opening sequence because we got food and they were so backed up because of how many people were there that I waited for the food and everybody else went inside and watched it. So I sadly missed Tombstone, which I'm really bummed out about. Again, so we got
Uh,
spoilers that are going to happen in this. Obviously, if you haven't seen it yet, spoilers will be
Best
leaving.
part of the movie.
I will see, but that's the thing is that in talking, like all of us had theories and ideas about what was going to happen in this movie,
We're
and I thought
mostly wrong,
Tombstone.
like 85,
Oh yeah,
90%
I
wrong.
think
Yeah.
oh
I think
big
they were
time,
mostly wrong. Yeah.
big time. But I thought Tombstone was going to be like a big bad later on in the flick.
Yeah,
I thought
same.
maybe Tombstone and Hulk were going to fight.
Sure.
Uh, but then like I would rewatch the movie and I'm like, where the fuck was Tombstone? And they're like, what are you talking about? So we watched the credits and like he's in the credits. I'm all that guy right there. Where the hell was he? And my wife and my son were both like, oh yeah, he was in the opening scene.
Yeah, he gets
Yeah.
captured like 90 seconds into the movie.
Like
Yeah.
right away, dude. So I
Hunched
missed
off
all
a
of that.
building.
But I mean, it was fun. It was a Spider-Man movie. I saw a lot of stuff online about like, okay, if you had to get rid of Brand New Day or The Amazing Spider-Man 2, one of them never exists again. Which one are you getting rid of? Like, I'm sorry, dude. Maybe I'm on the outside of this, but Amazing Spider-Man 2, I'm keeping that. I thought Brand New Day was a lot of fun, but it was also a Spider-Man movie. It wasn't the Alfred Molina Dr. Octopus Spider-Man that we all love. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And like again, maybe I'm on the outside of this, and
You
that's
are.
fine. I'll take it. Yeah, that's fine. I still thoroughly enjoyed it. I love all the cameos from other heroes and villains and people in this flick. I like the storyline a lot. I like seeing Spider-Man going back to his grassroots, being a street level hero, all that stuff. It was a very, very fun, entertaining Spider-Man movie.
Good.
Really, all
There you go. Who's next? You get to pick.
I'll go. Yeah.
Okay. So let me
So,
let me do let me do a clue. Let me do a clue.
Yeah, yeah.
So clue number one is I know a guy.
oh, yeah.
Clue number
I,
two
I
is
think I just had one. That might be it.
clue number two
But go
is
ahead.
did someone call for a doctor?
Oh, wait, all right.
I know a guy. Did someone call for a doctor?
There's no way this is right. There's no way this is right. Okay.
Alex got it. No, that is a good guess, though. Good guess.
No, it's not. It's not really a good guess. It's not.
Alex nailed it, and he nailed it on the first clue, right? You got it on the first clue.
Technically.
Technically, I said the second clue, but he didn't hear it. He didn't hear it yet.
Well, I was
So-
going to guess it before you said spoon.
Exactly. So I saw it in his eyes. I saw the light
That's my
come on.
story. Yeah.
That's right. Okay, so Alex, you're up.
So I mean, overall, yeah. I mean, I really like the movie. It seems like what I've noticed is when I talk about it, it seems like all I have are criticisms, you know. But overall, I really like the movie.
That just proves you love it.
Right? Yeah. It's like, you know, I felt like it was a bit bloated, and it was like too much kind of going on. They could have trimmed a lot out of it, you know. Like I really liked seeing Punisher in it, and it was cool for it, but there really wasn't any narrative perfect for him to be in the movie, right? It's sort of like,
Disagree.
yeah, okay, but it's like I feel like they probably had a Spider-Man movie, and they were like, oh, well, let's add Punisher in it, you know, and it's just sort of like, okay, and like I said, I liked it, you know, but the other problem was just sort of like with Jean Grey, it was kind of like, I just felt like she could just mind control, you know, Mr. Milkshake from Severance, and then that's all she needed to do instead of like going through all this, you know,
Yeah.
mind controlling half the city instead of just, you know, Milkshake. But
Right.
minor
true.
quibbles, you know. I actually somehow managed to get into the movie, and I didn't really know anything about it. I don't know how I avoided everything.
Right.
The thing I knew about it was I remember I saw that there were like some hand ninjas in it, and that was about it. Like I didn't know Mark Ruffalo was in it, right? So I went into it totally fresh. Everything was more or less a surprise because I didn't know what to expect, and that was really, really cool to see one of these like big Marvel movies, and like I really didn't know what was going to happen. And Tom Holland is really now, it's been like what, 7, 8 movies he's been Spider-Man now, and this is like the 4th movie, right, of his mainline series.
Right.
Yeah, the fourth movie on his own, but he was in
War.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
he's-
and- He was in
And-
Endgame
and Endgame and
and Infinity War and Civil War.
right.
so he's been in several.
Yeah.
But and it's really interesting now because at this point it's been what 8 years or whatever since he's shown up, and it's sort of like we're seeing now a real arc with him where he's no longer, you know, the gosh golly whiz, you know, teenager.
Right.
Yeah. And so it's like, yeah, overall I really did enjoy the movie. And I had no idea the Hulk was going to be in it at all. Mark Ruffalo. And I feel like if they could trim about 20 minutes off it, it probably would have been like great. You know, one of my favorite movies, probably my favorite Spider-Man movie. Like I'll give you one example was the whole thing with him going to the party where he has to see Ned and MJ again, which is kind of fun.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's just there's some unnecessary kind of bloat. But it's all minor quibbles, you know. The movie was really good. It was a great Spider-Man movie, and it's really good to see Spider-Man deal with more street level opposition instead of Spider-Man being in space.
Small potatoes. Small
Yeah,
potatoes.
yeah.
Speaking of who could have been out of the movie,
So
Yeah.
She framed it that way though. I thought it was good having her there. I thought she was funny.
yeah,
but
yeah,
also
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
you know, she
It
didn't
was
really
like
add
one of those.
anything.
It was kind of to me. It was kind of like Punisher. It wasn't like bad. The scene, but it
Yeah,
also really wasn't necessary.
I just really
Yeah.
like that character.
I
really
think
like
I
that
think
character.
Punisher was more necessary narratively because he was the embodiment of what Peter Parker was having to fight against in the sense of
Well, here, if we're gonna do you, Eric,
Yeah.
let me get a clue out real quick, and then we'll go to you.
yeah,
So we've got I know a guy. Did someone call for a doctor? And now the biggest Ella Fitzgerald ever.
That one throws me for a loop, dude.
The biggest
Yeah.
Ella Fitzgerald ever.
I just want to say real quick before Eric goes, because I didn't write notes for myself, but we did a fun thing and we watched all the other all the new Spider-Man movies from like Homecoming all the way through
Right.
through this one, leading up to this movie. I think we even watched Civil War just for the hell of it.
That's a great movie.
But like, there was never a doubt in my mind, and I was just waiting for it. And then it finally happened at the end of the movie. I'm like, there's no fucking way this handshake's not showing up in the movie. There's no goddamn way this handshake's not going up in the movie. But then they waited to the last, like, whatever, 30 seconds, and they finally did the handshake. And I'm like, ah, in my chair. I was like, all right. Because I
So
told Caitlin and Keenan, I'm like, there's no fucking way they're not doing the handshake in the movie.
Eric has an observation about that handshake, actually. Go ahead, Eric.
Well, what I was going to say about the Punisher was the whole time uh, Peter is fighting against basically becoming Spider-Man, literally a Spider-Man, right? Um, he's doing everything alone. He's basically abandoning like what it is to be a human being, to be Peter Parker. That's what the Punisher is. The Punisher is the guy who does everything alone. He's the Punisher now. He's not Frank Castle anymore. He does everything by himself. He has no attachments. He's the thing that Peter has to like go, okay, I can't be that. I have to bring other people in. So that's why I thought narratively that's what the Punisher was. And the Punisher was like basically there to be like, you don't want to be me, dude.
Hmm.
You don't want to be me. I have to do this. Like that's all I think about. You can like be other things other than just the Spider-Man. So
I
that's
just
what
want to
I'd
say
say.
I'm looking forward to the short of what happened on Staten Island. Like they're gonna have to do that short.
That
at some
could easily
point.
just be some MacGuffin that we never find out about.
But you know they put it out there. I just want to see what happened. Anyway,
What's
go ahead,
that?
Eric.
I
What do you
bet
mean?
somewhere it shows
He
up in
kept
some
talking about how he
somehow.
saved his life
Oh,
on
yeah,
Staten
yeah, yeah,
Island,
that's
right?
right.
So
Right.
hopefully they do. Hopefully they do some kind of
Yeah,
short.
like a little short or something,
That'd be
right?
fun.
So
The
now,
handshake.
the handshake. Okay. So, and this is not, something I came up with, but I tend to agree with it, was that the handshake, I think, what people have said did kind of knock Ned out of it a little bit because Ned is magic or
Yeah.
Ned can do magic. If you watch the last Spider-Man movie, he does the
Yeah.
sling ring and all that kind of stuff. And it's
He's got some
feasible.
aptitude. He's got some aptitude.
Yeah, and so it's feasible that handshake kind of jarred something loose.
Well, because in
I think it.
the last movie when they did the handshake, there was a spark afterwards
Hmm.
after they did all the hand motions.
Oh, was there? Okay, so
Yeah,
see, that's
Was
something
that?
to
yeah.
notice when you watch it and everything.
It's kind of like at
Because
the
yeah,
end
they
of
do it.
the
They
end of
do it
Star
like right
Trek 2
before.
when he's
They
like,
do it right
"Remember."
before he's gonna like forget forever, huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
It was Leonard Nimoy and Bones at the end of Star Trek 2. Remember, right? They set it up.
Correct nonsense.
Anyway.
Let's talk about a good IP. So Spider-Man.
Let's talk about a good IP.
Let's talk about an IP that has more than one good movie. The but yeah, and you know what? I think, and this is more for me, like my uh guess is when they were joking about him kissing MJ, and then he, basically Jean Grey was like, you thought she'd, remember you because she kissed, she'd
Right.
hate that. She'd hate that.
Right.
I do think that if she had been in her right mind, it might have worked.
Hmm.
Like, I think that's the joke. Or, that's, that if she had
The
been,
irony. That's the irony.
that's
Yeah.
the irony of it, right? Is that if she had been there in her right mind, it might have worked. But the joke is, oh, come on, dude.
Hmm.
Her? You think she'd fall? Oh, she'd hate that.
Yeah.
The kind of person that she is, she loves the Black Dahlia, and you think the kiss is gonna wake her up? Oh, she'd slap you, So,
You did have that Black Dahlia at the end of the movie that she was playing with.
oh yeah, she had it like the whole time, the
But
whole
I
movie.
think when she's playing with it at the end of the movie, like same thing with Ned's handshake, I feel like they're
Yeah.
both kind of coming out of their fog at that point.
Yeah, it's like Inception. That's their totem or something.
Right. Right.
Okay.
But I mean, overall, I really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was, there's still a special place in my heart for Homecoming. I think Homecoming is just the perfect small potatoes,
Right.
Spider-Man movie. It's just like largely street level, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Homecoming had like you had a great villain.
Great
Yeah.
villain.
You had a simple storyline. You had like there was
And
there was a
genuine
purity.
surprise. It's like
And genuine
when you open the
surprises.
door and Michael Keaton's there,
Right.
it's just like,
Exactly.
whoa.
There was just
Right.
a purity to that movie, right?
Right.
Just a purity to it that was
So that one's
perfect.
tough to beat. This one out of the Holland movies is probably my second favorite. So I don't know. I thought it was real good. I don't, I have, yeah, of course I have like small complaints, and they're almost, not worth getting into, but maybe if somebody else brings it up, I'll be like, yeah, that's one of them,
Right.
but other than
Right.
that, I really enjoyed it. It's making a ton of money and good for them.
I
Yeah.
think
Where's it at?
I think Vulture
Uh,
was actually like my favorite villain of all the Tom Holland
Ye-
movies so far too.
I think Vulture's my favorite.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
far,
I think
yeah.
so too.
And
Yeah,
I
I
was
would
just
say
saying, yeah,
Vulture.
to piggyback off of what Joe said, I have a part-time job where I work in the garage by a theater, and it was just unreal that people were showing up dressed as Spider-Man and everything,
Right.
all these things, and I'm just like I've gone to a lot of Marvel movies, and I don't really see it at
Yeah,
that
Right.
level.
not at
No,
that
So
there's
level.
yeah,
Nope.
legitimate
so
excitement for
it's like
Spider-Man.
Okay,
It's
so
nice to
that's
so
see.
it, so it's just
sorry.
like next time somebody says like it's Marvel fatigue or something,
Yeah.
Yeah,
superhero fatigue, just be like,
no.
no, make a good movie, and they'll
Yeah, that's
show
all it
up.
takes.
Right.
That's all it
There's
takes.
fatigue.
It's
There's
like make
fatigue for
stuff
bad writing, for
right. And
sure.
the other thing is there's fatigue for like these writers to give us some like there seems to be like I don't want to give you what you want. I want to give you what I want you to want.
Yeah,
Right.
And
yeah,
that's irritating. It's
Right.
like, oh, I don't like that you want this. I want you to want this thing. And it's like,
Right.
okay, but I don't. But you could get me to want it if you
If you were
have
a
some good
if
writing.
you
Like,
were a
okay,
talented writer, I would
you know, it's
probably want
funny.
it,
It's
but you're
funny.
not.
I was getting my my phone transferred over. I shouldn't. I hope this is not putting the guy on blast. But I was on AT&T and I was on the phone with AT&T, and I ended up talking to the guy for over an hour
Huh.
about Marvel stuff. You know what I mean? And we were talking about like Blade and everything and how what a fumble that was to like lose
Right.
the Blade movie. And
Right.
this is what I'm talking about. They were almost it's almost like they were upset. They were like, no. We don't want you to want Blade. We want you to want Bloodline, his daughter. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a Blade movie where Blade's like the fourth lead, and his daughter Bloodline and her two friends are gonna be the lead, right?
Mm.
Okay, so we don't want that. And thank goodness Mahershala Ali knew that too, right?
Right.
But what you could have done is made a Blade movie that everybody wanted. We would have thrown $800 million at you, by the way,
Right.
if not more. And then you could have put Bloodline in the movie, gave her a couple of scenes,
Right.
where she stole the
And
show.
then done a
And then
Netflix series.
man, I want a
Right.
Bloodline movie.
That's what they
Right.
do with Black Panther. Remember?
Right,
Like Black
exactly.
Panther shows up, and you're like,
And I
dude,
said
give
the
me his
exact
movie
same.
now.
This is what I told. This is what I told the guy, and I mentioned to Alex actually. I was telling the guy. I said we watched Civil War, and me and my friend Alex looked at each other and said, "I continue to sit in this seat for another 2.5 hours if you just put up a Black Panther movie right now."
Right.
Mhm.
He was so good. I'll just stay here if you had a Black Panther movie to show me right now. That's how because he stole scenes.
yeah.
Mhm.
It's like that's how you do it. You give me what I want. You give me Blade. I give you $800 million, right?
Mhm.
And then you show me why Bloodline deserves her own thing. And then we go, you're right, she does. I'd like to see that. I don't know why this is so hard. I honestly don't.
Right. So this movie was what people wanted, I feel like.
Right. This is what
And
people wanted.
and
And
it's where is it at? 2 billion?
it's 2 billion. Right now, it's like I said, once the actuals for the because like technically on Box Office Mojo, as we're staying right now, it's at 1.75 billion, but it hasn't given all the actuals from the international sales for the last 5 days,
Right.
right? So it's almost certainly above 2 billion. By the end of the weekend, it'll probably be at 2.1
Right.
ish billion. It's on its way. They're saying 2.6, maybe even the
Wow.
biggest of all time, depending on, there's not seemingly a lot of competition.
Right.
What I will say though is I went and saw it Thursday, the day before it opened, right? And I saw it at 11 o'clock in the morning, right? This whole like, biggest opening day of all time, stop it. Like this is getting stupid. You and
I mean,
we
there were
all
showings
remember.
on Wednesday night. You could find
Right.
Right.
showings
You
Wednesday night.
you and I remember like there would be like a midnight showing.
Mhm.
Okay. We used to go to midnight showings 25 years ago when we were all younger.
Right.
Then they were like, you know what we're gonna start doing 10 o'clock and midnight. It's like, oh, okay. It's a preview. And then they said we're gonna do 7, 10, and midnight. That's the preview. That's the and they started saying preview night. This is, I'm like, okay, cool. Once I can go to the theater, like as soon as you turn on the lights and I can go see a showing at 9 o'clock in the morning, that's another day. I'm sorry. Like this whole preview bullshit is nonsense. They did not have the biggest opening day ever. It's still Endgame, because back when Endgame was doing it, it was still only like 7:10 in midnight.
Right.
Like I said, if you turn on the lights, like we're open today, immediately watch Spider-Man, that's another day. Stop it. Like,
that's
what are we
opening
doing?
day.
That's your opening day.
That's your opening day. Yeah.
This is getting silly.
That would be the next title of the Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man
opening day.
Opening day. Yeah, perfect. Okay, well let me before I give my piece, let me do another clue. So we got I know a guy. Did someone call for a doctor? The biggest Ella Fitzgerald ever. And you take the house.
Okay, so that one.
Are these all Christopher Walken quotes?
Oh, okay. You
take the
maybe.
House. Think about it.
Yeah, I think
that was clue 4. Do you need another one?
I don't.
Hold on. Let me see if I.
Oh,
got it.
You're throwing it out.
I'm throwing.
I'm genuinely stuck, dude.
Eric's throwing a guess. You guys have had some great guesses, though. Like.
Okay, I'm sending an over guess.
Okay. Yeah, that is correct. Eric's got it.
Okay, good. Okay.
I'm last man standing, so whatever.
It's all right. Last clue for Joe, just for Joe. We got our grease man.
This is fucking Ocean's 11.
Hey, Ocean's 11. All right, perfect.
All right.
Alex got it on clue 1.
So can I say I have a nitpick about Ocean's 11 that actually runs into a show that I've just been watching. I just finished on Prime called Ride or Die, right?
You started that? I haven't. I got like 20 minutes into the first episode. All right.
Yeah, which is funny that you say that, because if I had been watching it alone, I would have turned it off after 20 minutes. Because, well, anyway. So the thing I wanted to say was that what always bothered me about Ocean's 11 is that Brad Pitt plays this confidence man, right? But he's just sleeved up, tatted and stuff. And it's like, nah, dude, you can't be inconspicuous with the most conspicuous shit all over you. Like, it doesn't make a lot of sense for you to like, I stay under the radar. Don't.
Maybe they're peel off tattoos, right? It's part of the con.
Like fucking Johnny Dangerously.
Right.
But there's this, but it reminds me of, there's this scene in it's either the first or the second episode of Ride or Die, where the lead character, who is Hannah Waddington from Ted Lasso, she's coming down the stairs, and I mean, she's gorgeous, right? She's gorgeous, and even my wife was like, "Wow," and so she's there to kill somebody. Well, if you kill them, and even somebody kind of thinks it might be you, you're going to be caught. Nobody looks like you in that whole building. You are a 6'3" in heels, gorgeous blonde woman, right? They're going to be like, mouth. I saw this woman, maybe you can look at the footage, and they're like, well, there was like 1,200 people there.
Not very night. Inconspicuous.
And they're going to be like, well, she was 6'3". Okay, got her. Yeah. Got her. Found her already. Immediately.
She's 6'3" and has teeth for days.
Right. It's like, what are we doing here? Like, you're inconspicuous? Right. Are you serious? Nobody in that whole building looks like you. And you're going to be like inconspicuously murdering somebody? Come on, stop it. Silly. Just stop it.
Silly. So let me steer back to Spider-Man, because I want to give my take on it, and I want to talk about what I really enjoyed about this one was that it was more. You know what? Alex is leaving. We're gonna
go ahead.
Oh, okay. We're gonna keep going. He doesn't care what I have to say. He's like, whatever.
No. He doesn't give a shit.
He's all Jubal going, time to take a dump.
Here's what I think of your analysis.
Jubal's opinion to my toilet.
Yeah, this is what I think of your analysis.
So, just get a drink. All right. So, there were a lot more adult themes in this one. What I'm feeling from the Spider-Man movies and what I'm really enjoying about the Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, it reminds me of the Harry Potter movies in the sense that we're growing up with him as they go on, right? The themes are becoming more and more complex. Each of the movies that he's been in has like a lesson. The first movie, the lesson was trust yourself. You're strong enough, right? You're strong enough. You can do it. The theme of the second movie, the one with Mysterio, was you can't trust everybody. That's a little bit more of an adult, like it's it's a little bit more grown up than just like it's okay, you can handle it. The third one was you can't save everybody, and that's an even more grown up theme, right? And that was a really tough movie because of that. And this one is, I think, the lesson of this one, you can tell me if I'm wrong, is hang on to your humanity, right? You have to hang on to your humanity. And that's why the cast looks the way that it does. Frank Castle, Jean Grey, and the Hulk all have the same issue that he had. They all are trying to hang on to their humanity, right? And that's why it to me, it made it just a very salient theme throughout the movie. Is like, and it, again, another spoiler, like at the end when he's like, when you have to choose, are you Spider-Man or are you Peter Parker? And he's like, I'm both, right?
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. It was kind of, it was kind of a cheeseball line. What he should have said was, I don't have to choose. Like, I don't have to choose. I can be more than one thing. And that to me was kind of like a realization of everything that his character has been through so far. And it's a return to, those lessons that he learned. So I don't know. That's my take on it. Aside from that, the whole philosophical approach to the movie, which I found very compelling and very adult. I thought the performances were fantastic. I wouldn't have taken anything out with Ned or with MJ because, again, the whole purpose of this episode of Spider-Man is what is important about his humanity. I wouldn't have taken Frank Castle or the Hulk out. I guess the only thing, this is something that Eric and I had talked about before. The only thing is that Jean Grey is kind of a villain now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, she killed people. And
right.
So
at least one, I would say. Well, they tried to say that he didn't die or whatever.
She walked the guy in front of the...
But she couldn't have possibly known he wasn't going to die.
Didn't see his body, though.
Okay.
Right, like they say he didn't die. I think they even showed something at the end where it was like, guy, like a newspaper thing, guy or whatever.
Okay.
Almost killed. But the thing is, she had no idea that the bus wasn't going to kill him or whatever.
She didn't care whether he died or not.
Exactly.
She didn't care whether he died or not, right?
And that's where evil lives in intention. It doesn't live in effect, right?
Right.
So that's that's something that she's going to have to square with. We're going to have to see that character square with that, which is a very interesting place for the X-Men to start. So I'm looking forward to that. The only thing that I would change, me personally, is I could have used more Scorpion.
Yeah.
I could use more Scorpion because I really like that actor. What's his name again, Alex?
Michael Mando.
Michael Mando. That's right.
Right. I honestly thought I didn't know what to expect going into it. I kind of thought maybe Scorpion was the villain.
Right.
Right. Right.
Because I think I knew he was in it. But,
right. Right. Yeah. No, I saw him in a preview, and I was like, oh. And that was like the only real spoiler that I had. Right. I didn't know
our theories
was going to be in it.
Like Scorpion.
Yeah. Totally.
See, I thought Scorpion was just going to be like kind of the opening villain, and then we were going to find out like Tombstone was in a hand. We're going to be like the bad guys.
Yeah, same.
And we were going to have like the Hulk fight Tombstone. We were going to have Daredevil show up and help Spider-Man fight the hand.
Right.
Like all this shit that didn't happen.
Nothing.
All kinds of crap.
I kind of thought, because what I read was that this is going to be a new trilogy, so I thought they'd be building up to Sinister Six somehow.
Yeah. Yeah. And Eric, you thought Sadie Sink was going to play Typhoid Mary.
Yes, right.
And I was like, no, she's going to be Firestar. Right?
That's who I thought. I thought Firestar.
It's going to be Firestar and Iceman.
And then I mentioned in another show, later, I think, that I totally forgot that Typhoid Mary has already been in the MCU because I think it was in Iron Fist season 2. So it's like,
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
That's why nobody knows about it.
That's why nobody knows, and everybody forgot.
We're getting Danny Rand and Luke Cage back next season in Daredevil. That's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, Luke Cage will be interesting. Hopefully, Danny Rand is taking some acting classes.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
word is he's taking this a lot more seriously.
Good,
Yeah.
good, because that's an
He's not
important
gonna
character.
be skinny fat the whole time.
Maybe he's a pacifist now, and he won't be like.
Yeah.
You know, he's
he won't be
capable.
fighting off.
He could do it, but man, he really sucked last
No,
time
he
around.
fucking pissed it away.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway,
I
so
mean,
that's
to be
my
honest
take.
with you, if I would have seen the second half of Luke Cage, I would have fucking phoned in my entire season 2. Like,
Oh, fair enough, dude.
This is the direction
Yeah,
we're going.
I've often said that like Luke Cage went from like this gritty like kind of crime drama with Mahershala Ali's villain
Right.
to like it was like it's like going from Batman Begins and then ending with Batman and Robin and
Yeah.
Dude,
and
it's
like
so-
Schwarzenegger's
it's so
like
is.
Mr. Freeze. Like you started with homies Ra's al Ghul and you ended with Mr. Freeze. And you're
Right.
like,
I could,
Wow.
that's
How did this
How?
happen? Yeah,
how did this happen?
fantastic.
that was terrible. Anyway,
Trash.
So, kind of picked up the question now. What do you think is going to happen with X-Men in the MCU? Because they have the
For
cast
real.
now.
Well, hey,
I mean,
okay, so
They
there's
casted
the, there,
Rogue, like
there's
the
the
woman
transition.
from Obsession
D23.
is going to play Rogue, and she was fantastic in Obsession.
so I haven't seen
absolutely
Obsession, but I've
Phenomenal.
heard that it's great. Yeah.
Phenomenal movie. Her being a Southern Belle, I can't see it, but I like her so much in Obsession. I'm willing to let that go. And
I'll give her a shot.
I just thought, and this is stupid of me, and I admit it, but the homage to Rogue in Brand New Day, I thought might turn into something. But as
What
it
was
was,
that?
That was.
What was the homage?
she was on the-
I don't think it was an homage. I think it was just a girl. Like
there was a
in
girl.
tr-
There was
in
a girl
in
on the bus that was
in a
wearing a
bus.
green jacket and had blonde bangs
Right.
when Spider-Man, like she had the Rogue hairstyle when it all happened. I'm not saying it was Rogue. I never said that. I said it was an homage.
No, I
to
think
Rogue.
a lot of people were just like, "Oh, it's Rogue," and it's like, "Is it?"
No,
Or it's
because
just a girl.
they wouldn't have just used a throwaway actress to be fucking Rogue.
Right.
Right.
And that's fine.
Well,
That's
it was
fine.
just to get people talking, right?
Yeah.
That's all it was.
But then what's the? Well, I want to know what the deal is with the stinger. I think spoiler alert, where it's like Spider-Man's going to go into space now or something. I hope they don't do that. Yeah.
Of course
he's
he
got to get the symbiote,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he's got to get the symbiote. It's Doomsday and Secret Wars.
Right.
Secret
So-
Wars.
Right.
Maybe.
So
He's gonna be in Secret Wars, and
Yeah.
That's the thing is like you have to look at it from the, and of course this is us making predictions after being 90% wrong for the last movie. But what Bueller had talked about before with me was that the Russo brothers, one of their favorite comic book runs was the Secret Wars, and so Secret Wars #8 is an extremely well-known comic. It's Spider-Man like on the cover like this in the black suit, right? I have a copy of it. If I had thought about it more, I would have brought it over.
Too. I could grab it.
If that's the case, there's almost no way they're not going to recreate that scene. You know, especially considering in this last movie they recreated like 4 comic book covers in this last Spider-Man movie.
I was going to say too. It's like the director for this one is the same director as Shang-Chi, right?
Right. Which, by the way, I don't give a shit what anybody says. Shang-Chi was good.
Yeah, it was.
Like, I'll fight people.
But I remember
I'll
when
fight people.
when I saw Shang-Chi, I actually thought that it might have been the best looking, like artistically,
right
movie. And so that aesthetic is in this movie, and it's like it's definitely the most visually compelling Spider-Man movie in the MCU. And the director, I thought it's fantastic as a director, like all of it. He's I don't know, his colors and the vibrancy of the palette and everything is
right.
Real quick,
that scene. That's what he's going to do in space.
And I was thinking, in this one, they might not do the symbiote. He's obviously, maybe it's just him. The black suit is just going to be his own spider mutation. So it's maybe one.
Yeah.
It'll just be, we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. So, Shang-Chi for the couple years after Endgame, when it was just, as far as just Marvel movies, not like Sony and Marvel, I thought Shang-Chi might have been the best of the group for the first.
I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
So I know a lot of people hate on it, but I'm like, dude, it was good.
It was good.
I dug it. So
Let's get some headlines from D23 from you, Eric.
So D23. Okay, so they announced a bunch of stuff. A couple of the things that maybe we will be less excited about. They're doing a Kingdom Hearts animated series on Disney Plus. I never played the games. A lot of people play the games. It has like a kind of a cult following.
Sure.
I don't know much about it. Still, I'll probably end up watching it. They're doing an Oswald. You guys know the story about Oswald? Oswald was his character before Mickey Mouse.
Oh, before Mickey.
Was
Yeah,
Disney.
yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Right, but because he worked for another studio and then got fired, he lost the rights to Oswald, and then he went and he created Mickey Mouse, and then did Steamboat Willie, and then Disney was basically created.
Wasn't
He ended
Oswald
up
more of
getting
a rat?
I don't know about rat, more of a almost like a bunny, maybe.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
weird,
yeah. Okay, yeah,
weird
for
looking
sure.
bunny. Yeah.
For
But they got the rights back to Oswald, and so they're doing an Oswald movie. It's going to be hand drawn 2D,
Interesting.
so old school.
Hmm.
Then as far as the other ones, Pixar is coming out with a couple of originals. One's called Gato. It's about a cat.
Vertigato. Toy Story 17 also coming out.
Right, and Ghost Market. That's their other original. The reason I mention that is because they are coming out with Incredibles 3, Coco 2, and Zootopia 3, and Frozen 3. So it's so there are a bunch of sequels in the
I'm gonna
mix,
watch.
but
I'm gonna watch
those are
all
the
of
two.
those.
Those are the two originals. They're doing Lilo and Stitch 2 in live action, which makes sense because I think the Lilo and Stitch that just came out made $1 billion.
Right. Sure.
And then they're doing Tangled live action, and that's the big one because the villain is going to be played by Catherine Hahn.
Nice.
And so that makes all the sense in the world. Like when they showed her off, the crowd just erupted.
I think, like, honestly, Mother Gothel to me looks more like Julia Louis-Dreyfus, but I mean, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know if Julia Louis, because there's going to be some singing involved, I would imagine. I don't know if Julia Louis-Dreyfus is a singer,
Fair.
Then also with Tangled, the guy who's playing, is it Flynn? Is the male lead?
The main character, the prince.
Yeah. He's he's from the like zombies shows from Disney Channel. Like, I don't know if you watched any of those, Bueller. I know our kids are,
yeah, like damn it. I know what you're talking about.
They do those Descendant shows, and then
Descendant
there's
show,
another one
thank you. Yeah.
with
zombies.
like zombies, and he was like the main zombie.
So
he's gonna be
they're not
Flynn.
getting Zachary Levi, huh? Okay.
No.
That
Zachary
makes
Levi.
sense. They
no.
want to go younger. They want to go younger
because at the end of the day, the lady who's playing.
Wait, was it Zach Braff or Zachary Levy? It was Zachary Levy, right?
It was Zachary. It would be Zachary Levi.
Levi. Okay.
Yeah. Zach. Yeah, the other guy's from Scrubs, I think, is one you're talking about. So then, as far as Star Wars, they showed like a little still from Starfighter, and that is with Ryan Gosling and Aaron Pierre.
Wow. All right.
So Aaron Pierre is in that. And then they showed a trailer for Ahsoka season 2, which just looks ruckus. Just looks absolutely ruckus. Just beginning.
Have you guys watched? I think I've asked some of you. Maul, Shadow Lord. Have anybody watched Maul, Shadow Lord?
Very good things.
I've only watched the first episode, but I enjoyed
it. I finished it last night, and I have to tell you, like the last 3 episodes, I haven't felt tension like that in a Star Wars product since Rogue One. I was like this watching those last 3 episodes. I was like, Durr! They should have called it Maul Handles All Family Business. That's what they should have called the series.
My son and I, the last 3 days, have been binging. We killed off Tires season 3.
Okay, all right.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
So
good,
what else? Any other headlines?
So then they showed another Doomsday trailer, which is shows a lot more stuff. It's more Doom oriented.
Sure.
And then the main thing that they did was they announced several people from the X-Men cast.
Cool.
And that's what we were talking about. Indy Neverett is Rogue. Kit Connor is Scott Summers. Samara Weaving is Emma Frost. Christopher Abbott is Charles Xavier. Maya Boyd is Storm.
Hmm.
And the villain is Adam Driver, and he will be playing Mr. Sinister.
Yeah,
Oh,
Huh.
exciting. I like that. I like that
So,
casting.
yeah.
Interesting.
I think my favorite castings out of all of those, like, don't get me wrong, I'm very excited about the girl from Obsession because of how good she is. But initially, from that casting, I want to say Adam Driver and the girl who's playing Emma
Yeah.
Frost. I'm
I
probably
really like Adam Driver.
And the girl who's
That's
playing what?
Emma Frost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
cool.
My only thing, like she is good. Samara Weaving, who happens to be Hugo Weaving's niece, by the way, from The Matrix and everything.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay.
yeah. Um, maybe I'm just an asshole. I just don't give a shit about the Emma Frost character. They've tried to make her a thing like 9 times in the movies, and it always falls flat.
Maybe they'll
I
do it
just
right this
don't get
time.
it. She's basically a wannabe Jean Grey. Like her whole existence is just,
But she can turn into a diamond.
Yeah.
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 Her whole
I
existence
never
is
liked
just
her in the
is just
comics
a blonde
either.
girl looking like a slut and then picking up Jean Grey's leftovers.
But I
You
like
know?
what they're doing with her in X-Men 97. Like, she's got the psychic abilities, but she's also like almost like a mercenary. She has no allegiance to anybody. So like I'm actually enjoying what they're doing with her in X-Men 97.
I don't even remember what they're doing with her in X-Men 97. She's so useless to me.
She's playing both sides. She's almost like an arms dealer who doesn't have any allegiance to anybody in X-Men
Yeah.
97.
Well, I'm anxious to see what they do with it. So let's close
Tell
up
me, are
with
they going to show
our.
up? Are they going to show up in the Doomsday movie, the X-Men?
I don't think so.
Not the kids, the
Um,
old ones.
I think, yeah, the old ones will.
Yeah.
All the old
Okay.
ones will. And then I think maybe Secret Wars, maybe you'll get like some of them, like, because this is going to be a soft reboot of the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't expect like any of the old, Fox X-Men to make it, if I
Right.
had to guess.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, based on what we saw from the D23 trailer, it's kind of been speculated online. Doctor Doom is like, you guys all have been living borrowed lives, and I'm gonna fix the timeline right now. So I think it's gonna come down between Doctor Doom and Loki, honestly, and it's gonna be a timeline battle. But that's just speculation. Did you bring up Vision Quest or no?
Oh, that's right. Vision Quest. Yeah,
I'm
Vision
excited
Quest.
about that because I bought the first appearance of White Vision a few years ago, and I have it still, and now we
Right.
got Vision Quest, so that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly, that's why I was telling Jubal, it's clearly a vehicle for Bettany and Spader,
Right.
And
So
kind of
I'm
like,
so I'm there. I love
yeah,
both of
so
those
Jubal's
guys.
all in. Kind of like how Wonder Man seemed like a vehicle for Kingsley and Yaya,
Right.
right? It's going to be mostly them acting off of each other, it looks like, which is fine. I mean, these
Fine.
are two
Good.
insanely good actors.
I'm
So
in.
we'll see.
Yeah. So we've been going a while. Let's get to your game, Joe, and then let's wrap it up.
All right, so I did something, and again, this is stolen. I'm not taking original credit for this at all. Uh, I saw like some Mad Lib stuff done online. I mean, Jimmy Fallon does it, and there's a couple of podcasts.
Wait, you're saying that you didn't invent Mad Libs?
I know, absolutely correct. I know it's hard to believe that my creative genius didn't come up with Mad Libs in the '70s, but I was in a nutsack. So
50s probably.
So there's a couple podcasts I watch online too that also do the Mad Lib stuff, and it's fun. So I thought, hey, let's give it a shot here. So I sent 3 clues, 9 clues total. I sent 3 clues to each of the other guys on the podcast. Jubal got an animal, a historical figure, and an irrational fear. So I got a fuzzy platypus, Alexander Hamilton, and Koudeliophobia.
Cataleophobia. That's fear of spoons.
Koudeliophobia, which is an intense fear of spoons.
What the?
Yeah,
That somebody just needs attention.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
They're still victims.
Eric got a profession, a location, and a mysterious object. So we got a juggler, the Los Angeles Olympics, and brass knuckles.
A juggler is a profession. I love that.
Yeah.
For the mysterious object, and I gotta find Alex's text here. Wait, that's not it. Where'd he go? Did I lose you, Alex? Damn it.
Super
I
prepared.
lost Alex's answers.
Well, do you remember what your answers were, Alex?
Yeah, you might have them on your phone, Alex. Do you have them?
I had something you find in an attic, a plot twist, and so something you find in the attic was family jewels.
Oh, that's right.
Family
And
jewels.
then,
Yeah, it was a game, an ordinary household object, and a dramatic sentence someone might say. That's what it was. And so your game was what?
yeah,
What was your
I don't
game?
remember. I don't remember.
It was taxidermy. It was taxidermy. An ordinary household object with family jewels, and a dramatic sentence that someone might say is, "That is not your father." So
Okay.
here we go. The Spielberg Mad Libs machine has received your sacrifice, and we have all the answers we just went over here. The Juggler of Los Angeles by Steven Spielberg. It began with a juggler, not just any juggler, but a juggler who had somehow been selected to perform at the LA Olympics, despite having absolutely no Olympic qualifications whatsoever. His only possessions were a mysterious pair of brass knuckles, a backpack containing a fuzzy platypus, and a photograph of the man he has believed was his ancestor, Alexander Hamilton. During the opening ceremony, something went horribly wrong. Thousands of spectators suddenly began screaming, not because of an attack, not because of an earthquake, but because the juggler had accidentally triggered a rare neurological phenomenon known as cutuliophobia, the intense fear of spoons. Within seconds, Olympic athletes were fleeing the stadium. Officials declared a state of emergency. And somehow the only person qualified to stop the crisis was a disgruntled former champion who spent the last 20 years mastering the ancient game of taxidermy. Their quest would take them across Los Angeles, through abandoned subway tunnels, secret Olympic facilities, and one extremely suspicious taxidermy shop. But waiting at the end of their journey was the ultimate secret: a locked room, a dusty photograph, and a mysterious box containing the legendary family jewels. The juggler slowly opened the box. He stared inside. Then he looked at the old man standing across the room. The old man smiled. The juggler whispered, "That is not your father." Cut to black.
Wow.
Wow.
That was
So the
terrible.
high point
Better
was,
than Randy.
yeah. So the high point was juggler got to perform at the Olympics. I think
Right.
that was the only thing that actually made sense. Actually, the photo of Alexander Hamilton, that works
Kind of makes
too.
sense. I guess you could. I guess
Yeah,
that
you
makes
could
sense.
say that.
I
you
like
know?
to picture him juggling spoons at the Olympics, and everybody
Oh,
freaks out for
Jesus.
no
And
reason.
Everybody's
everybody's
just oh
freaking
my
out.
God,
They
spoons.
just didn't know that was their thing, and he's like, "I've got spoons."
Spoons!
No.
Just mass panic.
It's awesome.
So the Thunderdomes will be back next week.
Thunderdome will be back next week. Yeah. So clip that and make that the clip, and we'll never do it again.
There you go. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll catch you on the flip side.